What's going on, and welcome back to another episode of The Mortgage Mindset. I'm your host, Trevor Otsuka. I'm a licensed loan originator with Barrett Financial Group, and I lend on residential, commercial, and private money for fix and flip and other projects of that nature. So today we're rocking a solo show. It is Thursday, November the 14th, and we are going to dive right in here to your weekly market update. So today's mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed conventional, you're looking at just a kiss over 7% at 7.02. For a 15-year fixed, that is at a 6.37%. 30-year jumbo, 7.2. For a 30-year FHA, we are in the low sixes right now at 6.3. And then 30-year VA will be the exact same. You can get all of this information on Mortgage News Daily. They also have a mobile app. So if you're in the industry, if you're a real estate agent, if you are a mortgage professional, highly encourage you to download this so you can always have it with you, and it'll give you a pretty good idea, pretty good benchmark of, hey, this is what I can expect in the market today. Just be aware that every client's rate is going to vary. It's really going to be dependent on a number of factors, including what are your FICO scores? How much are you bringing down for your down payment? What's your LTV going to be? What kind of property type is it? Because pricing will have adjustments if it's an investment property versus a primary residence. Same thing with second homes. And then there's also a hit if it is a condominium as opposed to a townhouse or a single family residence. So as always, make sure that you do your due diligence and get your quote directly from a licensed loan advisor. Okay. So moving into econ data, we're going to talk about what happened earlier this week, which was yesterday. So yesterday I told you last week we got core CPI for the month of October, and then year over year core CPI as well. They also had headline CPI. All three of those, just keep it simple, came in right at expectations. We've been really flat for the most part in the market since the election has been wrapped up. There has been a few Fed chair speeches, including Jerome Powell, who spoke today in the Dallas Regional Chamber event. And they're pretty much singing the same song that they were prior to the election and prior to the first rate cut, which is we're going to be data dependent. We are going to look at all of the econ data that comes in month over month, and that is going to drive or steer our decisions on pausing hikes or pausing cuts, or if we're going to continue to rate cut. Based on what he said today, it sounds like Powell really just kind of echoed what the other Fed chairs were saying, and that rate cuts might be slower than they originally foresaw. So I would expect a very slow, progressive rate decline as we move into 2025 and then 2026. Everything is going to be dependent on these econ reports that are coming out every single month. There's also a lot of question marks with the new president coming in, President-elect Donald Trump, and what are his economic plans? What are they going to do to these reports, to all of this econ data? So they're just going to take it 1 month at a time. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on what's going on with that. For next week, what is coming up that's kind of big? S&P Global Services PMI, which will be for the month of November, and that's going to come out on Friday, the 22nd. All right. So we're going to dive into this week's news article headline. I found this one super interesting. This is specific to Las Vegas, and it is on the commercial development side. And here is the title of the article. This is from the Real Deal Real Estate News. It says, LVXP unveils plans for tallest resort in Las Vegas with NBA arena. So this is a local development firm, and they're trying to position themselves as the leader of the pack with an idea for a really unique modern resort that also has a pretty gangster NBA arena attached to it. There's been a lot of talk over the course of the last year and a half of, is Las Vegas going to get tapped for an NBA expansion or for a team to transfer here? We are already rapidly becoming one of the sports meccas of the United States. We have hockey, we have the WNBA, the Summer League for NBA is here every single year. They have another tournament that's coming up next month. I believe that's going to be at T-Mobile Arena. There's always just so many things that are happening in Las Vegas. I think this will be huge, especially if we do. I think it's just a matter of time, right? I don't think it's going to be if, I think it's going to be when. When are we going to get this NBA expansion? So let's dive in, talk about this. So first up, it's pretty big. It says LVXP has unveiled plans for a 752-foot tall resort, which would become Las Vegas's tallest, featuring a 2,605 unit hotel condominium complex and an 18,000 seat arena. The arena is designed to be NBA ready, positioning Las Vegas as a strong candidate for a potential NBA expansion team alongside Seattle. Located on the former Wet and Wild site near Sahara and Fontainebleau, the 17-acre project includes a trio of towers, a 6,000-seat grand theater, shops, restaurants, and recreational spaces. The design, led by Steelman Partners, incorporates modern elements like a gold and silver glass curtain wall, in quotes, with LED lighting, giving it a distinct and futuristic look on the Las Vegas Strip. I don't know how long all of you guys have lived in Las Vegas, but I grew up here. My dad has been here since 1974. He moved here after he was discharged from the Army after Vietnam, came straight to Vegas, broke into the casino game at Binion's Horseshoe. That was his first spot in downtown. And every time I would come visit dad in the summer, I would always go to the old school original Wet and Wild, burn the bottoms of my feet running around out there from puddle to puddle, because there were some spaces in the middle of the summer where it was so damn hot. And if you didn't have like flip flops, I was a kid, I didn't carry flip flops anywhere. I didn't care to carry them with me. And I would burn the shit out of the bottoms of my feet. So Wet and Wild was cool. I definitely enjoy it. I miss the old school stuff. Another spot that I really enjoyed was Scandia. We could talk about that on another episode. I really hope that at some point they bring back some type of entertainment venue that is like Scandia, just more modernized. I think it would be super fun. Moving on to the rest of this article, it says LVXP, an experiential focused firm, emphasizes sustainable development and green initiatives in this multi-billion-dollar project. The company's approach reflects a broader trend in luxury and entertainment real estate, where environmental consciousness and immersive experiences are increasingly valued. This development joins other major projects such as Oakview Group's and MGM's ventures in making Las Vegas a premier destination for entertainment and sports. What do you guys think? I'm going to link this article in the video description. If you're listening on audio, it will also be there as well. I encourage you to go in there, take a look, read it. What do you think? Do you think that we are eventually going to have an NBA team here local in Las Vegas? Do you think it'll be an expansion team? We're going to get a whole brand new team, just Las Vegas? Or do you think that a team would relocate here from another city? So I'd love to get your thoughts on that. As always, you can connect with me on Instagram, any of the social media platforms. Just search my name, Trevor Otsuka. And that is going to wrap it for this week's episode. We are looking for some guests. We do have a remote podcast set up now. So if you guys are interested in being a guest on the show, sharing your story, talking about the struggles that you've gone through in your business and your wins and your successes and where you're at and where the future is taking you, I'd love to invite you to be a guest on the show. So let me know. That's it. Love you guys. We'll see you next week.